Hey everybody, Rebecca here for the next episode of the Monday Mr. Money Mustache Motivation. If you haven't heard of him, Mr. Money Mustache is an extremely popular financial independence retire early blogger, and on Mondays I share a blog post from his website so that we can stay motivated on our own FIRE journeys and discuss what we think of the article in the comment section down below. If you'd like to learn more about him, I always link to these articles in the description box below, so click down there and you can check out Mr. Money Mustache's website. Today's episode is a blog post from May 29th, 2014. This one's titled, Give Yourself the Gift of Not Worrying About Money. For most people in this country, financial problems are caused by not thinking enough about money. One of the guys I hire occasionally to help me build houses, for example, is permanently broke and always requires full payment in cash at the end of each work week. Yet at the beginning of each work day, he arrives with a fresh cup of Pete's coffee from the gourmet shop he drives past on the way to my construction site and a $5 pack of cigarettes that will get smoked in a hands-free manner as he runs the saws and nail guns with those talented hands. He makes casual purchases without worry, but then must confront a gut-dropping wall of worry whenever the money runs out, which is every Thursday. Although white-collar professionals may scoff at the obvious folly of this particular lad's behavior, they tend to follow exactly the same script by signing up for monthly payments on cars and furniture and voluntarily creating car commutes that send even more money up in smoke than a daily pack of cigarettes. The money may not run out every Thursday, but it does run out every recession when the job evaporates or the housing market crashes. Same problem in a different package. But you're totally different. As a fellow mustachian, you join me in peaceful laughter at all forms of self-imposed money shortage. Those problems are not part of our world. You make a good income but continue to ride your bike, cook your own food, and conduct your commerce on Craigslist. This creates an incredible money surplus which increases your net worth more every month than the average person saves in a year. Even if you're just starting out, financial independence is less than 10 years away. If you're an old person in your 30s who has been doing this for a while, it is even closer. So how could life be any better? If I could go back 12 years to visit my past self in the midst of this scene, there is a bit of wisdom I would love to share. It wouldn't be stock tips or the sports almanac that Biff used to make himself rich in Back to the Future. Rather, it would be a bit of mental adjustment that could make the journey even more fun. It would be a message something like this: dude, chill out, you're already rich, and thus it is time to start living that way. This seemingly anti-mustachian sentiment is not an endorsement of bullshit luxury spending. You don't suddenly deserve a new Mercedes, and you're not about to go hire someone to cut your lawn and fingernails for you. But what you can do is give yourself permission to stop worrying about money forever. Once you have established the habit of non-ridiculous living and the correspondingly pumped set of frugality muscles, you are out of the woods. Riches are inevitable. You may not see it yet because you're still climbing the ladder. You're naturally cautious, and calculating nature requires you to hedge all bets thoroughly. But you know that spreadsheet of yours that predicts a net worth in the millions in a surprisingly short time? That shit is for real, and it really does tend to come true. There is a future you out there that looks almost exactly like the present you, except with slightly grayer hair and more experience, and the future you has more money than you know what to do with. How does he or she live that future life? Bringing that visualization back to your present life, you can use the knowledge to relax a bit. When you are faced with an unexpected expenditure or an unavoidable ripoff, you can laugh it off rather than pounding your fists against nearby objects. Suppose you somehow end up downtown and your spendy friends want to go hit the $50 restaurant, sip a few $7 drinks, and then take a taxi home. You're out of your element. There is no nature around and there are no bikes in sight. Everything is bullshit. People idle their cars in unnecessary lines and pay $25 to park them in frustrating concrete mazes. How do you react? The old me would start to sweat. Inefficiency, irrational spending, a week of grocery money flying out the window. Must escape situation and be unhappy until inefficiency is resolved. The new me would react differently. Hey, I recognize this situation. It's one of those lots of money deals, and money happens to be one of my specialties. While my friends are about to spend 10% of their entire net worth this evening, I will lose a negligible fraction of a percent and still go to bed tonight further ahead than when I woke up. So I might as well have some fun with it because my financial position is so secure. The key bit of wisdom here is to take the relaxed perspective of your future rich self and transport it into your current frugal one. You don't have to start deliberately spending more, just deliberately worrying less. As an advanced mustachian, money is your specialty. You are an expert at earning and accumulating money and not wasting it. It will never be a problem for you, and this is a rare and incredible advantage. But in order to maximize the advantage, you need to convince your naturally cautious mind to let go of worry and embrace the surplus. Start feeling rich. Allow yourself to laugh at your occasional mistakes and indulgences. Notice how much better life feels with this constant companion. But then when you're done reveling in your wealth, you can fold up that fat wallet of yours, return it to its designated pocket in the backpack, and hop onto your commuter bike so you can get back to work. All right, y'all, I really liked this one and I wanted to share it because it does give that larger perspective view on the journey. Nobody reaches financial independence flawlessly, never making a single mistake, never having an unexpected expense crop up. Things happen, and Mr. Money Mustache is right. If you are on the path, if you've been working towards financial independence for any length of time at all, then it's likely that you are way farther ahead now than where you used to be when you started this journey. So there's really no point in stressing out about the small stuff. Again, none of us are perfect. He even mentioned in this article about hiring people to cut your grass, and y'all know if you follow my budget reviews every single month, I do that. I pay someone to come and cut my almost 5 acres for me. It is just, it's a luxury. I get it. I could totally buy my own lawnmower and do it myself, but not only would that be a big upfront investment, then you have to pay to maintain that thing and the time to cut 5 acres worth of grass. It's just one of those things that is worth it to me to hire someone else to do for right now. Things could always change, but right now I'm telling you, that is a thing that I am glad is not on my plate. It's just one less thing to worry about. But I know that it is not very mustachian of me. Paying someone else $100 every time they come out to cut 5 acres worth of grass and do my weed eating for me, that would be money wasted, most likely in Mr. Money Mustache's eyes. But again, another person may think that is insane because paying someone $100 for that amount of work here in North Carolina, I feel like that's a good deal. But I am sure there are other places in the country where you would never get away with paying someone so little to cut 5 acres worth of grass. But I had several people come out to look at the job, and he actually was not the lowest bid, but he was the most reliable person who would follow up with me regularly, and that has some value in my book. So yeah, anyway, none of us get through this journey flawlessly. That is the point I am trying to make here. And when you do choose to spend money, just be aware of that fact. Everything is opportunity cost, but you're allowed to spend the money that you accumulate every once in a while. It's okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. I will link to the rest of the Mr. Money Mustache articles that I've done at the end of this video, and I'll see y'all next week for the next episode of the Monday Mr. Money Mustache Motivation. Thanks, guys. Bye.